Hey there guys, welcome back to another video. It's been a very long time. Our channel is called WND Tech and we focus on technology and all things associated with computers and gaming. If you like the kind of content we do, once you've watched this video, maybe you've watched some others as well, then please do consider subscribing and don't forget to click that notification button as well. Today's video is all about dual monitors. It's something that I've not really seen talked about. Here you can see we have a dual monitor setup, but with all the things that you can do and all the benefits you get from a dual monitor setup, does having more than one main monitor affect your gaming performance? Well, that is what we're going to check out in today's video, right after this. Corsair's Void RGB Elite wireless gaming headset features RGB controlled via the Corsair IQ software, low latency 2.4 gig wireless connection via a USB 3 Type A dongle, premium custom tuned 50 neodymium drivers, and up to 40 feet of range, giving you the freedom to move around during those intense gaming sessions. For more details on the Void RGB Elite wireless gaming headset, check out the links in the video description. Okie dokie, so here we are. We've got a single screen setup. That one has been physically disconnected from the back of the computer, and we're running in 1920 by 1080. There will be some graphical charts at the end of the video if you miss our gameplay section of this video, so don't worry, you'll get all the information you need and we'll see what kind of difference it makes. First up, we're going to try Heaven Benchmark 4. That's a free one you can download. I'll put a link in the video description if you haven't already tried running Heaven on yours. There are newer ones and there are more sort of heavyweight sort of benchmarks that you can run, but this one will still test even the newest GPUs and put them to their maximum, and they will produce quite a lot of heat as well. But it also gives you frames per second and a baseline test because it's been out for so long. It's a good starting point to see if there's any difference. So we're going to run Heaven Benchmark. We're going to run everything on Extreme for Heaven, and that'll be shown in the slides at the end as well. So we've got DirectX 11 because it is only a DirectX 11 application. Graphics quality is set to Ultra and tessellation is Extreme. And we've got that 8 times anti-aliasing because that's the maximum it will go up to in this application. And we're running at 1920 by 1080. We're at full screen resolution. This particular monitor runs at 75 Hertz. This particular monitor only runs at 60 Hertz, but I've got VSync off, so that shouldn't affect any of the results we're about to see. Also, before we start, one thing I forgot to mention is that I have done an overclock on the graphics card. The graphics card we're using for the videos, it's the only one that I've got that's even capable of doing what we're doing today, is the 1070 Ti from Zotac. It's the Amp Extreme Edition. It's one I've had for many, many years. And like I said, we don't get sent GPUs to test and things like that at the moment in time, so I have to use what I've got. So that's what we're using in this video. So I've given it a 140% power limit. That's the maximum that you can take this card to. That is 200 megahertz overclock that I have managed to push out of this card, and with a core voltage set at plus 75. This is the highest stable overclock that I've managed to get on this card. And the card is actually water cooled, and that will be coming up in a future video on how you can easily water cool your 10 series or even your 20 series GPU. That's coming up in a future video, so get subscribed to see that soon. As you can see there, hopefully you can see on the screen, at the moment it's kind of warming up. So what we're going to do, we're going to let this run for a little bit, let the graphics card warm up to the maximum that it will go to, which with the water cooler that we've got on there, is about, which is actually the, which one is it? It's a Acertech cooler. As I said, that's coming up in a future video. It gets to a maximum of about 55 degrees Celsius, which is very, very cool for a GPU actually. And so once it reaches that kind of maximum temperature that we can get in this application, then we will perform the benchmark, because I already know from testing this previously that that is the maximum that it will get. And then we'll run the benchmark, and then we'll take the scores from that, and that will go into our table at the end of the video, which you'll see. Okay, so we've reached the magic 55 degrees up there. Hopefully you can see that. If not, I'll circle it on camera. So we're going to run the benchmark now and see what kind of result we get with Heaven Benchmark 4.0. Okay, so we're nearly at the end of the benchmark now, and what are the scores going to be for our first run? Let's just wait. Here we go. So 106.1 is our frames per second that we got on that. Our score is 2672. Now we're going to run this a few times because you need an average score. You can't just do it on one run. So we're going to do this a few more times and add this to our chart that you'll see at the end of the video. We're going to move on to Apex Legends now, and for that I'm going to bring in my son to help me out. Okay, so we're in Apex. I've got William in the game as well. He's going to help me by trying to win with me. Let's go to settings and just go through quickly what we've got this game set up. So we're at full screen, 16:9, again 1920 by 1080, and we are, let's go down to advanced. VSync is off. We don't want none of that VSync off, on even. Adaptive resolution frames per second target is set to 75 because it's a maximum 75 monitor. I don't know why it's on 75, but we're pushing at the minute at the menus 132 frames per second. We'll see how it goes anyway. We've also got adaptive super sampling disabled. We've got TSAA is automatically grayed out, so I can't change that at all. It looks like it's enabled to me. We've got insane texture streaming budget set to the maximum of this card, which is 8 gig. Anisotropic sampling is set to 16 times, and everything else is set to high or very high or enabled. So if you want to compare the results that we're getting here, then make sure you've got it set the same as this. Anyway, on to some gaming. Will, if you can start the game, let's do a couple of minutes of gameplay, shall we? Just to give you a bit of a heads up of what the situation is, we're at 53C on the GPU, 99% usage on the GPU, and again, we're still at 116 average frame rate at the moment, but we are pushing out about 130 frames, between 125 and 130 frames per second there, given in the opposite corner over there. So yeah, not bad at all. So we're going to play some games now. Oh, I'm being shot at from behind.
Yeah,
sniped.
I couldn't go anywhere.
What is going on?
Behind you, Dad.
Great start. What is going on with the controls right now? I'm sliding across the map here. We've got terrible lag or something going on. So we've got the train at the minute. It's all looking good. So there are 3 teams in total. Whoa, why am I off the train? Oh my God. What the heck is going on? I think we've got some lag issues here. I can't move. I cannot move. My game is moving on its own. Oh, it might be because I had Heaven Benchmark still running.
Oh my.
Oh.
I would not.
Okay, go back to the lobby, sorry. Oh no! Come on!
This is so unfair.
Oh! Go on, take him down, yes!
Yes, he's dead.
Drone is launching. Right, drone is launched.
Yo, let's have a little.
Oh, I've just used the EMP. Oh, it
Why'd you
recharges.
use the EMP?
I don't know why I used
You
the
just,
EMP.
you just did our own teammate. You're so mean. What did I do for you?
I'm so sorry. I didn't know that that would do it. It's recharging anyway.
Yep.
Yes! And that is how you Apex Legend. Okay, so after 20 minutes or so we've been playing that, our average frames per second has gone up to 125 with a max of 706. You can't really count that. That's probably menu frames per second there. And yeah, we are 54 degrees on the GPU with, because we're not playing a game at the minute, 61% GPU usage. But yeah, 126 average FPS on a single screen, 1920 by 1080. Okay, so we're in GTA 5 now, and as you can see here, well, hopefully you can see it only supports DirectX 11. The new one will support DirectX 12 when it's out in a couple of years. I think it's out, or next year, maybe next year. After that, 2022. 1920 by 1080. We're running in windowed borderless, which is basically full screen in a window. Okay, not full screen because I need to be able to out tab out the game. And we're running at MSA times 8 because that's the highest it will go. VSync is definitely off. Okay. Population density, population variety, and distance scaling are at maximum. Everything else is set to very high or ultra where possible. I mean, we could go, yeah, basically the highest that it can go. Okay, I'm gonna come and get you. Get in the car, go. Here we go.
Oh my god.
Sorry. Okay, so I picked up my passenger. We're gonna try and get off this beach and go and do a quick mission. At the moment, we're an average frames per second of 65, and we've been playing it for a good 10-15 minutes now. Oh, a nice view of the city over on the right hand side there. 64 frames per second average now, while we head up to our mission objective, which is over the next hill. I'm trying to land, yeah.
That's not very good. If I was in a helicopter with you, I would have already jumped out.
Trying to land ever so carefully here. Okay, right. So the idea of this particular mission is we have to sneak attack them. Okay, so we have to try and get as many as we can. 3, 2, 1, fire. 3, 2, 1, fire. Oh shoot! We failed the mission. Okay, so we failed the mission. We did say we were going to fail it on purpose, but there, after 20 minutes or so, you can see an average frames per second of 63, and we'll add that to the charts at the end of the video. Okay, so we're now in Battlefield 5, and again, Will's going to join me for this one. I'm going to play this for about half an hour and see where the temperatures lie. But before that, I need to load up MSI Afterburner. Okay, so MSI Afterburner is loaded. The stats will load up. There we go. They're showing up. So at the moment, we're at 85, 86 FPS in the game. Oh, there we go. Ah, I'm on fire. Why did you?
I have a flamethrower.
Yeah, thanks. I'm trying to build stuff. Okay, I'm in.
Welcome to my tour. Today we are going to see how much FPS you get today.
And on the right, we have an explosive crater.
And as you can see, we're in a war zone. You're probably going to die, but it's okay, because at least you'll have the time of your life. And as you can see in front of us, there is a...
I'm being shot from behind. Where the hell am I being shot from?
I don't know.
Get out! I'm dead. Oh, I can see you, Will.
You just saw me flying by, did you?
Yeah, I'm trying to shoot you down, boy. You're being shot at. Oh, turn, turn, turn. Pull up, pull up, pull up. That's it. Do a barrel roll.
What's that?
Rotate.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's it. You're going straight up, by the way. Oh, you just blew up. Oh, I see you now. I see you now.
Dad, come on, hurry, hurry.
I'm trying not to get shot by that tank.
Hurry!
Hold that button. Hold that button. I'm
I'm only...
10 meters away.
Oh my
Oh, that
I'm
was
on
so
1
close.
HP. I'm actually on 1 HP.
Yes, headshotted one.
Oh, this guy.
Oh, I got blew up.
I got bombed by a
Did you
plane.
see that?
He got perfect.
That was a good shot from him, actually. So that's our game of Battlefield 5 over, and our average FPS is 101 frames per second. So we're going to add that to the chart and move on to the last game. You died. Prepare to die many, many, many times. This is a classic map in CSGO. Oh, didn't even get a shot off. Doesn't he look like the guy off of GTA? Oh,
No.
these guys are savages. It's like Spot dead. No hanging around.
Boom.
Why am I looking at a couch? So there we go. That is a couple of games, roughly about 20 minutes of gameplay again. And we're averaging between 290 and 360. So I'll do some magic and work out what the average of that is overall. And we'll add that to the chart. Okay, so here we are in Flight Sim 2020. And let's just go over the graphical settings before we go any further. So into general, into graphics. There we go. And we are at the preset. There are preset settings you can use. And we are set at the high end. And that is how the game defaulted to when I installed it. So under advanced settings, hopefully you can see this. I've taken off VSync again. Normally that would be on to give a consistent frames per second in this, because you need precise movement, and if it's jumping all over the place it might be quite difficult. But for this test we're going to turn it off because we want to see what performance hit we get when we have the second monitor on. Everything else is set to the default high-end preset there, so everything is set to high. Texture subsampling is 4x4, anisotropic filtering is set to 8, and shadow maps 1536. Terrain shadows are set to 512. So here we go. Please don't question my flying abilities, because they're not amazingly great. I mean, look at what I'm using to control the plane. Full throttle. We're almost going fast enough to take off now. Hopefully it should lift itself off the ground when it's fast enough. Okay, it wants us to do it. There we go, we're off. And just at the airport, we're averaging 84 frames per second. Let's lift the gear up. Is the gear going up? Yes, it is now. We're at 36 frames per second at the moment while we're climbing, but we're not going to climb too high because I want to fly around the, you know, the villages and towns and stuff like that. Now, I have no idea where I'm going. In case you hadn't noticed by my accent, I don't live in America, so I'm not familiar with the surroundings, but we're going to see what we can find. We're just going to fly around and see what frame rate we get. So we're at nearly 2,000 feet now. Let's head towards this other plane. Looks like that plane's coming into land up there. So that could actually be a real plane in flight. I don't know whether you can see that because it's got a generic name at the front. I got a feeling that is actually real planes. Oh my God, it's coming down really steep. It might not be a real plane actually coming at that angle. Let's follow it in and see where it goes. So at 5,000 feet again, we're at about 44 frames per second. Yeah, he's coming into land. Let's see if we can do a flyby while he lands. He's probably going too fast for us anyways. Oh, we're going to go fly right past him. Oh my God, he's got his gear down, look. He's definitely coming into land. Okay, there's a runway right next to the one where he's landing, so I'm going to try and land there as well. This may end really badly.
Wildcat 1011000, heavy traffic. It's 12 o'clock, 2 miles at 400 feet generic. Report them in sight. Wildcat 1011000, heavy, have the traffic.
Oh my God, this is like a smooth landing. Okay, so I've changed my mind. Instead of going LA, we're going to go to, we're at London, the main London airport. I don't know the name. We're going to fly around London and fly around some high rises and see what frames per second we get. At the moment on the airfield, we're at 45, max 46 by the look of that, and our frame times are all over the place, but I'm not too worried about that on this occasion. Our average frames per second is now 69, so we're going to take off and fly around London. Oh, it's trying to pull up. I can see the nose is going up. Here we go, we're up. Oh, I didn't even need to take off that time. Gear up as always. Oh my God, did you see that?
Gear up as always. Oh my god, did you see that? Plane just coming into land in the opposite direction. That could have been a disaster. Luckily this is only a game. Sorry, simulation. Tower Bridge over there, look. Let's go over that. Oh, we're gonna go through it or over it. Comment down below what you want me to do. Through it or over it. Okay, we're going through. Here we go. Oh, okay. Okay. I see. Will.
What the heck?
No. There is an invisible wall in the bridge. I can't go through the center of it. Interesting. Go over Tower Bridge this time, not under, because it doesn't appear that we can go through the middle, which is a shame. How am I going to do some stunt flying? We made it that time. Oh, but splashed in the water there. Oops, that was a bit close. It's actually surprisingly easy to fly with a PS4 controller. Okay, so we're going to end the single screen of Flight Sim 2020, and we've got an average there of 66 flying across the Thames. So we'll do the same thing in a minute with all the games, but with 2 screens on. And the other thing we're going to have on the second screen, we're going to have quite a few tabs open in a Chrome window and with a YouTube video playing, which is kind of the general scenario that someone with a second screen would probably have while they're playing the game. So we're going to set that up now, and we'll be back in a sec. Okie dokie, so as you can see, we've got both screens on now, and we're going to run the same games that we ran earlier in the video, and we're going to see what difference having another screen on makes. So on this screen, as you can see, we've got Apex Legends here. We've already run Heaven Benchmark 4.0, and we'll show you that in the charts at the end of the video, so you can see we didn't want to show you that again. There's no point in showing you the second time. So on the ultra wide screen, it's a 2560 by 1080p monitor. This is my main monitor. It's just in a different position for this video. Okay, so along the top, I don't know whether you can see this. Let's count how many tabs I've got open here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35 tabs open on that screen while it's playing a YouTube video. It's our videos, of course, so no copyright issues there, and playing Apex on the other screen. And again, we're using MSI Afterburner to show the stats and the average FPS and all those kind of things on the screen. I've also increased the text size on that as well. So it's down to me. Will's going to be joining me on this one again, and we are going to play Winter Express as before. So let's see what happens, shall we? There's sun coming on the back of the train. Oh my god, I just landed straight in the train. Oh, and I've just been blown up. No, I haven't. Oh, yes, I have. What I should have done was stayed back and sent the damn drone in. I'm going to hide somewhere and send the drone out, if I can.
That might be. Yeah, hide somewhere and then send the drone out that way.
Oh, shoot. Ah, there's a guy right outside the door. No. Come on, respawn. Oh, it's going to stop up here. I'm going to stop where I tried to do it last time. Do you remember last time I tried to do this? I was too far away. So I'm going to stay up here. I'm going to wait for it to come round and stop. Okay, we're going to use the drone. It's charged up. I'm going to hide back from the train station. Oh, God. Oh, I've used it now. It's all right. Okay, so hopefully it doesn't go too far. I'm going to go in and EMP them.
Yeah, I see that.
I'm going to take it straight in through the train. Ready? Here we go. EMP. EMP'd. Go. Ah, I can't hit him. I got one. I got one. Okay, the train's moving. I need to come back. It's gonna go without me. Ah! It's gone without me. Oh, I'm on the train. I'm on the train. Oh my god. We're taking it. Oh no, we're not. Oh, it's gonna get hit. Oh no. Okay, so here we are with GTA 5 yet again. Again, we've got the video playing on there from videos from our channel, and we've got the game running on full screen, same settings as before on the same screen. So we're going to do exactly the same mission. So let's head on up, shall we? And do the mission. Let's go. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Ooh, that was
Ready?
Yeah,
2, 1.
Oh, that was.
It alerted the
It was so
crew.
loud. It was
Oh
so
my
loud.
god, we should have taken them out. Anyway, that's fine because we wanted to end it there anyway, and we got an average on this run with the second monitor showing videos on YouTube, 74 frames per second. So we're going to add that to the chart for the end of the video. Okay, so we're in BF5 again now. We're going to have a quick run through, same gameplay time, about 20 minutes, and we're going to add that average frame rate to the end result, which you'll see at the end of the video. So we'll be back in a minute. I want to play as a tank. Why there's not enough tanks in this game? Headshotted! Oh!
Come on, medic. Do your job, medic.
So that's the end of Battlefield 5 and an average FPS score of 87. So that will be added to the chart. Okay, so there we go. That is CSGO done and dusted, and you'll see the results in the end. Let's move on to Flight Sim. So I could land a plane. So that ends our Flight Sim 2020 test with 2 monitors, and we had an average frames per second of 64. So there we go. You've seen the results, and some of them are a bit, they're very close. There's not much difference in them. Like Heaven, it's margin of error basically. It didn't really make any difference in that result between 1 monitor and 2. Apex Legends, Battlefield 5 and Flight Sim 2020 seem to have the most difference in frames per second. Of those 3, Flight Sim 2020 was the least affected by it. And of course CSGO is always a bit difficult to get average frame rates from, at least using the software that we're using. Right, if anyone knows any software that can measure the frame rate correctly or give us an average in CSGO, then please do comment down below, and we'll do that in future videos, and maybe we can get a bit more of an accurate reading on that one. But our average for CSGO was around 290, but it didn't make any difference between 1 and 2 monitors. Interestingly, Apex and Battlefield 5, as you can see on the chart now,
were the highest ones, the most notable difference, but could you actually notice any difference playing them? I mean, unless you had them side by side, probably not. You probably wouldn't notice any difference between 101 frames per second average on Battlefield 5 and 87 frames per second, unless you were seeing it on a chart like you are now. There is actually no way, although the differences are quite big actually, you wouldn't really notice much difference. So does 2 monitors affect your gameplay? Yes and no. I mean, we could have done more games, and we probably will in the future when we get better graphics cards, better monitors that can do faster refresh rates and all that kind of stuff. But for today's test, we chose these games because they're very popular even now. And yeah, you can see that there is a difference, but it's not a very big one. Should you be worried about having 2 monitors or maybe more? I mean, maybe that's another video we can look at in the future. Probably not really. If your benefits of having a second monitor outweighs losing a bit of FPS in your games, not that you really notice them, to be honest with you, then personally my choice would always be have 2 monitors, just for losing a little bit of actual FPS. But like I said, you wouldn't actually notice any difference unless you saw it side by side. Anyway, hopefully this video was somewhat useful to you deciding whether you're gonna get a second monitor and what kind of difference in some small selection of games, whether it would make any difference to you, I don't know. And as you saw, the stats for the system we're using are on the slides. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification button so you see when we upload new videos coming soon. And guys, thank you. We'll see you in the next one.